he contaminates. The CPP will be contaminated very soon because my own Liberty Party is now contaminated. People in the Liberty Party who took Peacock responsibility today, they are defending him up and down the country.
The People's Liberation Party, through the National Executive Committee and the GAC, has with immediate effect suspended for time indefinite and to face the Grievance and Ethics Committee for the investigation for their respective actions. Those suspended and removed are Mr. Jerry K. Colley, former chairman, Bon County, suspended. Mr. Mohammed A. Billity, former chairman, Margibi County, suspended. Mr. J. Emmanuel Green, former chairman, Grand Cape County, suspended. Mr. Oscar Holmes, former chairman, Bomi County, suspended. Mrs. Evelyn Yakoli Morris, former chair, Nimba County, suspended. Mr. Ibrahim Shalif, former chair, Monserrate County, removed.
The matter will be settled. Tapo Ido now politicians, DJ Blue now politicians. So I am not suspended by the body of our constitution. Anybody that is suspended, go to court. They are forced county chairperson. Conventions held in Royal Magiri County. I was the head of the delegate, and the delegate came from the 15 counties. Those that were elected from the convention, before the convention, to serve as delegate, to elect our official of the party, they are the legitimate chairperson. Everyone they want this before you told one somebody from there, say who wants to say he want to be contesting, then you say you are Monserrate County chair. Then you doing it to rob the president of the Republic of Liberia.
Founders Unification Party calls for the immediate suspension or of religious bronze.
Okay, folks, a very good afternoon and a pleasant welcome to another edition of the Hard Talk on ABC Radio 105.1, the official voice of Atlantic Broadcasting Corporation. We are beaming live and direct from the corner of Brown Buchanan Streets, downtown Monrovia. Good afternoon. My name is Tia Williams. My colleague is Anthony Q. Jeffron Jr. John Blake. We're bringing you this edition of the program. And so from just wherever you are this wonderful Wednesday afternoon, whatever you're doing, we'd love to say welcome to another presentation of the program, The Hard Talk, on your radio. Too many interesting developments in our country. Somebody says now all that glitter is gold. That is a wise saying, though. Not all that glitters is gold. And so, welcome, folks, from just wherever you are. Those of you who are in the traffic, you headed home, you are moving towards your various destinations. We want to say good afternoon to you. Just remain in the queue. Go home in peace and not pieces. Abide by all of those rules and regulations governing the traffic. And respect the police as you drive home this afternoon. Watch out for pedestrians and also respect the king as well. And so we want to say welcome, man. Thanks for joining us. It's another presentation. Let me cross over to my professional colleague, Anthony Jeffron Jr., who is just on the other side of the cubicle. Jeffron, good afternoon. Good to be here again. It's midweek. How are you today?
Well, I'm great too. And
let's see you wearing a beautiful shirt.
Yes, yes.
I don't know who made your shirt. I mean, it's a nice one. Pink and the blue running through.
Yes, I have.
But man, you dressing like real coach here now.
A coach here and I trouble at it.
I mean, that's my man.
Well, it's good to be here
But
today.
what your man? I haven't heard from your man for some time now. The Borough Santana.
I mean, I beg you.
We gotta bring that man on the show. We gotta find some time
I
and bring the
beg
man on
you.
the show.
I beg you.
Let's talk about the primary, even though he was defeated.
Yes, we'll do that.
He spoke after the primary, and we gotta bring him on so we can have a lengthy conversation with him.
Yeah. So I've been talking to him, but anyway, we'll bring him here some days. Our wise voice on the show today says, but just before we go to our wise voice to you, today is the battle of the dead, the battle that determines who is the winner of the English, the Barclay Premier League, English Premier League.
Yeah.
Today is the final. You hear anytime you say Champions League final, today is English Premier League final. It is playing between Manchester City and Arsenal, the Gunners.
Yeah, my colleague Obed Jiba will always say the clash of the Titans.
Of course.
Yeah, something like that.
Yes. So, anyway, so whoever wins today, automatically, I'm sure,
Will be
because
crowned champions
I
of the
believe no,
Barclay
they wouldn't
Premier
be crowned, but it means that you stand a better chance of carrying the English Premier League.
Yeah, for me tonight, I stand with Arsenal.
And
I stand with Arsenal tonight.
I'm going to stand with. I'm also, I've started supporting Arsenal because Arsenal has suffered for too long.
Yeah, man.
And they've not carried the English Premier League for very, very long.
Even though Harry Maguire is the higher goal scorer
for Manchester
United.
Yes. Till that man is on his way out. Can't keep that man. We don't keep that man. Keep that man. So our wise word says, I will breathe. I will think of solutions. I will not let my worry control me. I will not let my stress level break me. I will simply breathe and I will simply breathe and it will be okay because I don't quit.
Okay. What a was well there from Anthony Q. Jeffron Jr., my co-pilot on the show today. We are Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And Joe Nutwa Wonder is here Tuesdays and Thursdays to bring you the hard talk. So good afternoon, people. Welcome to this presentation. Well, let me tell you what's trending on the show today, folks. The political advisor to Dr. Thomas Nimini Tue will join us very shortly as we discuss in depth the current saga between the two brothers regarding a 2007 Toyota Tundra pickup and other brainy issues between the two men.
And the legitimacy to original countrymen.
Yes. Yesterday, a group under the banner Concerned Citizens of District 11 issued a strong water statement against Mr. MacArthur Hilton, branding him differently. I mean, there were too many descriptions in that press release. And professionally, ABC Radio contacted Mr. MacArthur to get his side of the story, something which he did. We will play you that episode during the course of the program. Probably will also establish contact with Mr. Hilton during the course of the program as well. We also have the audio from the mother of the two men. This morning she was on one of our sister programs with our professional colleague, Obed Jiba. They had an exclusive interview. We'll also bring you the voice of the mother as well during the course of the program. So you see, we want to strike a balance. We want to be independent and just discuss this whole thing in depth, Anthony.
Right.
We want to avoid being biased and all like that. We want to look at it holistically. I mean, step by step, discuss all of those brainy issues and know the real story.
Yes, of course.
Like I told you, remember, Anthony, now all that glitter is gold.
Of course.
Yes.
So we ensure that we contact Mr. Nimene Tue, Thomas Nimene Tue, which his political advisor is here to
represent,
speak to some of those issues that he think he want to speak to. But here, we are here prepared to ask all of the hard questions.
Of course.
And you, the public, will do the judgment.
Great. At 5 o'clock, we'll take a break. That's a musical brief. And following that, we will put a spotlight once again on this.
So because of time, because we are already at 4:15.
Yeah.
So we're going to roll through up to maybe 5:15 before we take a break.
Certainly, but we'll put a spotlight on this discussion again about the biggest speculation in town.
About the selection of...
the selection of the vice candidate. Or
the vice presidential candidate.
Yeah.
Or the running mate to Ambassador Joseph Nemambwaka.
Yeah, so we'll put a spotlight on that on the second and final lap of the Hard Talk. But let's take this break as we usher in our guest on the show today. Well, let's take this quick break. Never mind for the never mind for that. We want to take this quick break as we usher in our guest on the first segment of the show. This break.
A player in the United Kingdom, in England, called Maguire, who was playing for Manchester United. Harry Maguire. He's a defender. He was tackling everybody and throwing his bodies everywhere, that he was seen as the best defender in the world. Manchester United went and bought him. He became the biggest threat at the center of Manchester United's defense, tackling Manchester players and giving assists to opponents. Mr. Speaker, when even the opponents fail to score, Maguire will score for them.
Welcome back to the program, folks. Let's begin the conversation. We have in our studio Mr. Maurice Swen, the political advisor to Dr. Thomas Nimini, who's joining us as we discuss in depth the current saga between the two brothers regarding a 2007 Toyota Tundra pickup and other burning issues between the two men. As we speak, District 11 is a place of concentration.
Right.
Antonin, you have Mark, let me bring you on. District 11 in Massachusetts County is a place of concentration.
Right.
At the moment, I mean, the two men having some stalemate, bitterness and all like that, even though they are families.
Yes.
I mean, they are brothers from one mother. Well, not to talk much, we have Mr. Maurice Swen joining us. Mr. Swen, it's good to have you on the Hard Talk on ABC Radio. And this will be certainly hard, I can assure you that. How are you today? Good afternoon. Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much, Dedon, and thank you, Jevan.
Okay.
It is a pleasure sitting in your studios to debate the issue and discuss issues of national concern, because that's the best way to go.
I'm always concerned about where you come from. How is your political leader?
Well, Dr. Thomas Nimini Tour is fine. He's doing good. And his head is above the waters.
Okay. And so, like my colleague said, it's certainly going to be hard because one of the things we intend to do at all times is to ensure that anyone accused of anything is heard from, and the public themselves do their judgment. Well, so, Tio, go ahead.
Yes, on yesterday, a group under the banner concerns citizens of District 11 issued a strong water statement, and that was carried on our news, and as well, the brother of Dr. Toye responded as well to some of the allegations leveled against him, particularly this issue of a 2007 Toyota Tundra pickup. What do you know about what's happening, Mr. Swen?
Well, I would like to say that, politics has its own way of making people who are sober not to be sober, and people who are not sober to be sober, depending on the line you take.
Okay.
Now, this pickup in question belongs to Dr. Thomas Nimini Toye Jr.
How?
The original countryman. All right? He wasn't in America. His brother is here. That is MacArthur Hilton, also known as Atawise. Okay. All right. And then he has no car. He was riding motorbike and helping to spearhead projects for the Dr. Tue. And Dr. Tue, being who he is, said, no, I can't have this pickup parked. All right? And then my brother don't have a vehicle to use. And the pickup has an inscription that says original countryman, red in color by then. All right. And then this pickup was given to his older brother, MacArthur Hilton. And Hilton used the pickup with the inscription original countryman. So whenever people say original countryman, he say, hey, yeah, hello. When people speak to him, he say, yeah, hello. And then he assumed the name original countryman. Mm-hmm. But in actual fact, he's not the original countryman. It is Dr. Nimini Tue who is the original countryman. You see, the trouble he bought for himself was to give his car to his older brother that has inscribed on the original countryman, referring to him. And the name original countryman has a history attached to it.
I was just about to ask you, what does it mean?
Yes.
What's the meaning of that name, original countryman?
It has a history attached to it.
What's the history?
You know, back in the States, Dr. Tue lived in a community that has Liberians also. And this friend of his and his wife were having a quarrel. You know, normally when women look at men, they say, oh, move from here, you countryman. You think you what? You know nothing, you country, you know. And this guy got agitated and wanted to flog the woman. And in America, you know, beating your wife is an offense. Mm-hmm. So hurriedly, the woman called Dr. Thomas Tue in to intervene. So Dr. Thomas Tue got there and then tried to broker peace between the both of them and said, he tried to inquire, and his friend said, but the woman calling me countryman. He said, is this all that you want to beat the woman for? My man, if you don't want any countryman, I am the countryman.
Oh, okay.
All right?
Okay.
I am the countryman. And in fact, if every Liberian man would not be loved to be called countryman, then I am the original countryman. So there where the name countryman came from. Unless MacArthur will tell you how he became original countryman, this is the story surrounding the name original countryman.
So, Mr. Swain.
Yep.
Is the fight or this conversation now is around the name countryman or is around this car in question?
Well, this question should be going out to Mr. Hilton in the first place.
You are here defending Mr. Tue.
Yeah. Because as I sit in the seat, Dr. Tue has no fundamental problem with Hilton. Hilton is his older brother. He treats him with love and still love him. Okay. All right? Mm-hmm. It is Hilton who is going about undercutting, short-circuiting the activities of Dr. Tue and try to bring them to himself for his self-glory. For example, the compound he lives in, he tells people that the compound is for him.
Who owns the compound?
Dr. Tue's residence, now where he lives. MacArthur will go about telling people that it is for him because he's the original countryman. When Dr. Tue go to communities and make interventions, he tried to lampoon the communities by telling them he is the original countryman. Okay. I mean, this is completely wrong and absurd. You can't do that in this particular age that we live. You can't take away that which belongs to your brother unless the King and Abel story the Bible.
Again, I want to know what brought about the bitterness between the two brothers besides this ordinary name countryman, okay, my name countryman, which you did not born with.
Before going there, Antonin, let me ask you, Mr. Swain. The name countryman, I'm told it was a name registered with a business at the LBR, the Liberia Business Registry. Am I correct?
Registered, yeah.
And who registered that?
Who registered that?
Thomas Dimini Tue.
Are you sure about that?
OCM.
Are you sure about that?
OCM.
When did he register that?
You claim Mr. Tue have no problem. Then and why did he go to court if he had no problem?
Go to court? Yes. The vehicle in question. It is about the vehicle. The vehicle in question belongs to Dr. Tue.
Why is MacArthur not complaining?
Oh. because it is the vehicle that he's using to purport. So Dr. Tu is saying that, brother, I lend you this vehicle. It is about time that you turn it over to me. And he refused. He refused. And having
that's how he go to court.
Yeah. To claim his legitimate property.
Elliot, you say he did not have any.
No one say he has no
problem.
Listen to me.
With his
it
brother.
was to correct the records. That action of Dr. Tue is to correct the records. All right. Today he can choose when it is established that yes, this pickup belongs to Dr. Tue. Graciously, we establish ownership. Take it. But you can't purport to take something that is not yours.
Mr. Swain.
Yeah.
This company name or company registered in the name of Countrymen. What exactly the company is?
You heard about OCM Radio?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Is that the only company? The only institution?
He has. Look, we are here discussing what you said in the beginning, that this pickup truck ownership was in question.
So again,
all right?
Again, I asked you earlier about what brought about the bitterness between the two brothers.
Yeah, it is because MacArthur was in the business of ascribing glory to himself at the expense of Thomas.
Okay.
Thomas, being who he is somebody who has been in this thing since 2008 when he came back to Liberia. Okay. He started a foundation, all right, and later on registered his foundation. Okay, his foundation is doing well, catering to less fortunate people in our society. And then he was asked, look, you're doing this thing for us. Why don't you take upon leadership that you can help to enact laws that will benefit us more than what you're doing? Several times he was asked. Okay. It was just little before the voter registration, about a week, all right, before he started to look in that direction.
How well do you know this family?
Who?
How well do you know?
Very, very well.
Do you know their mother?
Well, the mother is in the States, Ruth Kofa Nimene.
Did you listen to her earlier this morning on our sister program?
I listened to her. In fact, it is sad that my Ruth will go so much the way she went. But it is a real story. All right? We in an African setting.
Are you aware of some of the things she said on the show today concerning Mr. Tue?
Oh yeah, she said that yes, the pickup, it belongs to him. He gave it to his brother, but one thing is, when he gave you something, he can take it from you.
What is the relationship between Mr. Tue and his mother?
Well, they are cool because he took the old man to the States.
Are they really cool?
From his angle,
are they speaking? Is he speaking to his mother?
From his angle, he has nothing. Whether his mom got something against him, okay, it's for her to say.
You said you listened to the program this morning. His mother alleged that they're not speaking. In fact, he is not speaking to her. He's not speaking to almost the entire family.
That's the mother of all of his brothers and sisters.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Let's get this straight.
Let's get that.
All right?
Yes.
Your son is in America. You're in Liberia. All right?
Yes.
He said, no, let me get my mom over.
Yeah.
All right? Your sister is in Liberia. He said, look, let me get my sister over. And you try to get your people over to take advantage of the...
I don't want you to use taking me to America.
No, listen.
Taking the rest of the family to America.
I'm premising. I'm premising.
You know, listen,
I'm laying a premise.
Okay, taking every one of us to America, and at the same time, I'm not agreeing that they are not speaking or he is not speaking to them. But I don't want you to use that because I took everybody to America, so it means when I call a speech for them, I don't get a problem with them.
No, that's not it. I'm laying a premise. Go ahead. Okay. His magnanimity allow him to do what he did.
Right.
Which, of course, as a boy child, your mother is so dear to you. All right? So he ensured that his mother go to America and then live in a society that you can explore opportunities. All right? For reasons best known to us, you said whether he's speaking to his mother, yes, he speaks to his mother, but if you say the mother say he's not speaking to him, then she must come out to state why he is not speaking to her. But as far as Dr. Tua is concerned, he has absolutely, look, you see his composure. You see the way he behaves. All right? He don't take anything to heart against anybody. In fact, it was so much hurting. That's why you see he tried to take actions on this particular vehicle, because the vehicle is being used against him. All right? Mm-hmm. When he goes to a program, people say, oh, but who the real countryman? You know, and it is embarrassing. And the brother keep doing it. Keep doing it. When Tua goes to a community, he will go there and say something to the contrary. So it's okay. Since the countryman pickup I gave you to use is causing the kind of problem that you want to cause, I will take my pickup back. You can be your countryman. Two person can be John, and they stay John. Two person can be Peter, and it can still be Peter. All right? So, I mean, he has no problem. He's not cutting off speech from his family. But so for reasons best known to them, they are the best evidence. They will explain why the cutting off speech is about, if it exists.
So, are you also aware that there have been dialogue between the two brothers by
the bishop,
religious leaders?
The bishop.
Okay.
In Barnesville, the meeting.
Bishop John Konkon.
Yeah. Okay. But okay, anybody at that.
And we've been informed during that meeting, Mr. Tua behaved unprofessional.
No.
Walk out of the meeting.
No.
Insults.
No. Let me tell you this much. Dr. Tua was the last to leave the meeting. In fact, Arthur Weiser, a.k.a. MacArthur Hilton, left him there. It was Hilton who walked out of the meeting. It was not Dr. Tua. Dr. Tua stayed. In fact, I was there. He was paying people way to go back, some of the family members. All right? Though in every meeting, it can get fiery. So that does not mean that because the meeting got fiery, so, I mean, he acted unprofessional. No.
How did it end? How did it end?
The meeting, Hilton walked out of the meeting. Hilton walked out of the meeting.
What has the meeting resulted to?
Well, the meeting was seeking to reconcile.
Does it help in reconciling the family?
Well, the reconciliatory meetings are not just once. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go on. Okay? They were able to achieve bringing them together at a point. The meeting was successful in bringing them together, but there were disagreements.
Amongst the two brothers, who do you think is not willing to reconcile this entire saga?
It is MacArthur Hilton.
Why do you think so?
Because the King and Abel scenario keep to play. All right? When Abel's offerings were accepted by God and then King was not accepted, what did King do? He slaughtered Abel. So you see everywhere you go in the estate, in the district is all about Dr. Tua, original countryman. Dr. Tua, original countryman. So the best way to do that is to cause distraction for him and make him to focus on another thing other than doing what he's doing for the people. So, I mean, this meeting was intended to bring about the peace that they needed. But because Hilton is the weaker vessel when it comes to the people of District 11, if you have election today between two of them, he will be flogged massively. I look at one opinion poll. They had Dr. Tua, they had Kuhn, the Hilton, and Gabriel Nika. And everybody who commented on that post went for Dr. Tua. It's no magic.
Is this fight between the two brothers, are you afraid that it will undermine his political ambition in District 11?
It wouldn't even by an ounce of salt undermine his bid, because the people of District 11 have gotten a clear understanding and picture.
Blood is thicker than water.
I know. But it won't have any pinch of salt on his quest of representing the people of District 11. Your
blood brother standing in the street campaigning against you.
No. In fact, I don't know as to whether Hilton will qualify to contest, because he has not responded to the April 7 deadline by the president.
So
he's a presidential appointee.
That means probably he's not interested. If he was interested, he would have resigned long ago.
Okay, this is what I'm saying, because he's in a district telling the people that
So what
he's
Tua is fighting
contesting.
him?
No, Tua is not fighting him. He's telling people this is a conspiracy theory. All right,
Coming from home.
coming from Hilton, you don't have the qualifications to contest.
What do you mean when you say qualification?
Yet he didn't resign your presidential appointee. April 7 deadline. Caught up with him.
No, I'm talking about whether he contests or not. Hilton is seen in the street behind another politician, or maybe start to campaign against his brother, telling people, appearing on radios, going community to community, this is my brother, and people, don't you think people will believe him then even you who is not related to him?
I am telling you for free. Free.
Yes.
That
Hilton will not do it.
even if it did, it will short land, because the people of District 11, they understand who Dr. Tua is and what is his mission for development in the district.
Okay.
So even if you group all the aspirants in one basket against Dr. Tua, he will beat them pens down.
Okay. Let's hold you there, Mr. Swain. Let's take a break as we listen to Mr. MacArthur Hilton's position regarding the 2007 Toyota Honda pickup, and also responding to the statement issued yesterday by those calling themselves concerned citizens of District 11. Let's listen for a few minutes.
Our mother, they all know about that vehicle. Our mother, our sister, our little brother, my listening because I put him on that business. I put him there as a director there, so he's the one personating. I can remove him anytime. It's a business name. Original Countryman is not the name on my passport. It's a business name, a nickname, a business name registered in my name. It's a business register in my name at the Labrador business register, right? So you can go check it out there. So though I got better things to think about than listen to people talk about Original Countryman name. He is impersonating.
But do you have any vehicle in your possession belonging to Thomas Nimini?
No, it's not his. It's mine. In 2016, our mother, our sister, our little brother, my sister, our mother, they all know about that vehicle. Thomas is a very cruel person who all the family members have spoken to, he doesn't listen. He got a marks on him, and his marks will be exposed very soon. The Liberians will soon get to know about him. Very soon they will get to know about him.
Is he your family member? Is that what you're telling me?
He's my little brother. Our mother has spoken to him, insulted our mother. 3 days ago, I got a text messages. He doesn't talk to any family members. The people don't know these secrets about him. And that's why I don't want to be talking, because he's my brother. I don't want it escalating. I don't want to say something about my brother the way he is doing. So, to just put our family business outside, that's what I've been trying to prevent. He going around just speaking at me as if I'm the incumbent in District 11. He should be talking about, he wants to contest, he should be talking about Richard Coon. But he's attacking me because he feels I'm the threat.
Okay, Mr. Swain, you listen to Mr. MacArthur Hilton.
He's alleging that their mother was insulted by your boss.
And he's also saying in a tape that the vehicle in question belongs to him.
Okay.
It's his personal vehicle.
As a journalist, what we need to do is, if MacArthur Hilton is truthful to his conscience, let him publish the vehicle documents.
Who has it?
MacArthur. He claiming that the vehicle is for him. I challenge him on this network, wherever he is, to publish the vehicle documents.
Who do you think have the documents?
Dr. Nimini Tua.
Are you also willing to publish document?
Well, he is claiming he came to you, granted interview, and said that the vehicle, his mother is aware, his brother is aware, sister is aware that it's for him. Granted. But if they are aware, let him muster the courage, and publish it for the public view, so that we all get to know that.
Do you have copy of the document?
Oh man, who say?
Do you have copy of the document?
The copy of the document is in the presence of, is in the possession of Dr. Tua. Yes.
Do you want to publish copy of that document as well? Since indeed, no. Listen. Let's do this, right? he has alleged
appropriately.
He has alleged. No, this is the first thing. This is
burden of proof.
This is not court.
Okay, no burden of proof.
This is not court.
Okay.
So he alleged that the document belongs to the car belongs to him, and the document is in his name or whatever. Now, yes. So if you wanted him to publish, if you wanted him to do this, you wouldn't have come to the program to say.
Let me ask you one question, Jevan. Let me ask you one question. You think why it is at the level of the police? So, why?
So at the level of the police,
you think that 12 want to go to police station for something that you don't own?
So we are not the police. Can you also publish the document?
No, listen to me. It's before the authorities right now.
Anthony,
okay?
It's been alleged that Dr. Tour is probably using his influence with the police, to subject his brother to investigation.
What influence?
He has a link with the police, I'm told.
Which link? Look,
is that not the case?
It's not the case. He has no link with the police besides being a dutiful citizen of Liberia, who look at the condition of the Samukatan police depot. When Dr. Tour had issue and went to the police station, while investigating that issue, the rain came down, the rain started to beat everybody in the place. And he said, hey man, how can we be here and not help our country? All right? So as the original countryman, I will help you to get a police depot. Okay? A structure that will prevent rain from beating you, the police people. He did it. And besides that, he said, once you get a police station, to pursue crimes, you need mobile and give them a pickup. Is that the relationship? Is that the police depot he carried or the vehicle to? No, he went to Central. So it has nothing to do with your so-called relationship with the police. Police is everybody's friend. The whole country, citizens of Liberia are friends of the police. Likewise, Hilton. So Dr. Tour has no specific link that he's using to commandeer or to lampoon or to take away whatever vehicle that Hilton is claiming. Rather, it is the Tour that owns the vehicle. So he's claiming his vehicle.
Okay, I want to bring the voice of the mother as well, who also spoke regarding this saga going on between her two sons. I want you to listen again and probably take some points. We will ask you questions following that. So I want you to listen, please.
I'm listening.
Yeah. Okay.
Because one other man called me and asked me the afternoon whether I'm aware of it. I said, yes, I'm aware of it. I'm the one talking.
And this is courtesy of our professional colleague Obed Jiba, who conducted the interview earlier today.
I'm in Los Angeles. I'm speaking from Los Angeles right now. I'm the one talking. The mother of Mike Arthur and Thomas. I'm the mother of them.
Okay.
I'm the one talking. Yes.
So yeah, let's get it straight. Okay. So you're the mother of Dr. Nimini Tue as well. Thomas Nimini Tue.
Yes. I'm the mother. I'm the one born then. I'm the one born Mike Arthur Hater, and I'm the one born Dr. Thomas Nimini Tue. I'm the one that born it. Arthur is the firstborn. And then I had a girl child. And Thomas is the 10th child. So he's not even next to Arthur. I had a mother, Ruth Kofa Nimle, from Los Angeles. I'm the one speaking now.
Okay.
It will be on the air. Let's hear it.
It will. So the current situation amongst your two children, it has come up in the public. It has gone to the court. What does it mean for your family and the value of your family that one of the brothers will go to the court, issue a writ for search and seizure with this one paper issue marked original countryman on it?
Yeah, so like I'm saying, no mother will be happy to see our two children going in court. No mother on earth will be happy. No mother will be on earth will be happy. You understand me? They pick up issue here. When I came to America, Thomas, he's the one sent for me. I came to America 2013. February 22nd, I landed in America 10 years ago. When I came, I met a pickup here. They pick up the everything behind it. That's not the only car in fact in America driving around American streets that got country name on it. They got so many cars in America that countryman name is on the car. So America because your countryman name is on the car. But it doesn't mean that he the Thomas is known as original or real countryman in America. All the people that are riding the car in America will get countrymen.
Okay, you listen to the old man briefly, Mr. Swain. I'm sure you listened to the old man briefly.
I listened to her.
So you heard her, right? What did you pick up?
Well, I picked up the fact that she was unable to reconcile between her sons because she admitted that she born them. But till now, she's unable to put them together. That's not a good mark of a mother.
Even when she said the younger brother insulted her and all of that, you didn't pick up that, but you only realized that she was
unable to reconcile her children. That's all you pick up, right?
To reconcile.
She said, "I born the both of them." Mm-hmm. In fact, Thomas is the third.
Yes.
All right, not even near to MacArthur.
She's alleging that Thomas consistently disrespected her on this issue or too many occasions.
But
you didn't pick up that.
No, she said it.
Okay.
Do they know that to be countrymen in America? Nobody know him to be countrymen in America. Even though the people that red Honda Toyota pickup had a countryman on it. Nobody knew him to be countryman. Then when he sent the pickup to Liberia, at that time my daughter was in Liberia. So whenever he come to Liberia, he's going to be using the pickup. But Thomas is a very, I don't even know how to describe him. Mean man. When he gave you something, he can take it back for you. That who he is. I born my children, I know them. He gave his sister even one car, and he attempted taking a car for his sister. Because of the car business, because his sister is in America now, his sister came to America, and his sister sold the car and told other brother that in Liberia to carry the car somewhere. He is against his small brother up to now. The smaller brother, Anthony, is in Liberia now. He is against his small brother. He said he will keep it in his heart until then. So the people here were in my yard, in Ghana, Kasale Bolova. People were in my yard. Then he ordered one boy was in the police, and then terrorist that way. He was in the police, he's not in the police now. He the one used to do a errand for him. He ordered terrorists to go move that pickup from in the yard. Then they move the pickup from in the yard, and not only that pickup alone. He carries on computer there and all kind of things. Why he say he gave the police to Carway that they put out 1x4 title when he said he ambassador of police because he paid that small police station for them. He took all the computer where he carried. When he gave it to the police people, just because he want title to do ugly things in Liberia there. He went. A brother Mark after 8 was in Canada used to go to Liberia and shed cars. When he took a brother car and gave it to a girlfriend on Cottington College, he never paid a brother the car. Well, what between them that they are business?
Okay, it's a long interview, folks, but let's leave it at that. Mr. Swain, again, I'm sure you heard the woman.
Did I hear her say Thomas Dimle is a me, man? Look, if she comes to Liberia, stand in District 11, say that they will chase her. Because if this man was a mean man, he will not be helping people to roof their houses when there is thunder and storm. He will not be paying school fee for kids who parents cannot afford. If he was a mean man, he will not give $100,000 in loan to business women. If he was a mean man, he will not even look at anybody in his community. But his community is called God Grace Community.
Who is Dr. Tour professionally?
Dr. Tour is a medical practitioner, one.
Okay.
All right. And he has his other degree in business administration.
Okay.
Okay.
I think we can take some calls.
Yes.
Yes. Let's afford the audience the opportunity to weigh in. I'm sure they follow all of the sides regarding this whole saga. So let's open the phone line 0777 105 100 0555 105 100 and be live on the Hard Talk on ABC Radio 105.1. Our guest is the political advisor to Dr. Thomas Nimini Tue, Mr. Maurice Swain, who's joining us this afternoon on the show. The very first caller is on the line. Let me go and pick this caller. Caller, yeah, good afternoon. How are you? Thanks for joining us. What is your name? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Welcome. Thanks for joining us. This is ABC Radio, and the program is the Hard Talk.
Thank you. My name is Zach F. Bemo, and I join you for the Contemporary Intellectual Men's Zone in the township of Louisiana.
Go ahead, Bemo.
Thank you. Let me commend your studio guest for his deliberation. I think he has provided the real facts and clarity to this blackmailing process that is going on by MacArthur Hilton, whose real name is Arthur Wisse, and a mother who wants to take sides to create problems between her children as a result of somebody being successful in the order.
Do you know the family?
Well, I know the family. And
how well do you know the family? How well?
Well, I have followed the two brothers, and I know MacArthur to be somebody who cannot easily release something to somebody free. Go to the Quebec area when he was giving current. People who are in that area will tell you that even if you owe MacArthur for a day, he will cut you off. So for this kind of brother to be saying,
that shouldn't be an issue to me. I mean, the man is running his business. I mean, somebody is doing business.
Well,
you want to owe them.
So it just tells you the character we are talking about. So he does not give anything free that he will say this particular vehicle in caution.
Okay.
Belong to him. I think it's unfortunate, and he should start doing these things. It's not correct for the family. MacArthur will have to visit and tell the Lagranpo his real name is not MacArthur Hilton, but Arthur Wisse.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
very
much.
Thank you ever so much for your participation. 0777 105 100 0555 105 100 are the numbers to call and be live on the Hard Talk first segment on ABC Radio 105.1. My name is Theo Williams. My colleague is Anthony Jiffan, and our guest is the political advisor to Dr. Thomas Nimini Tue, Mr. Maurice Swain. We are putting a spotlight on saga between the two brothers. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Welcome. Good to have you. Thanks for joining us. How are you today?
Okay, I'm fine. My name is Pastor Aloysius Wisse. I just want to say something there. I heard the mother of Dr. Thomas saying that he's me. If you go on the Churchwood North Road, we've been going through a lot of difficulties as a church. But what he's doing for us, I don't think a new man can do that. Because the project that he's about to take is worth more than $4,000 to $5,000 a year. So I just want to call to make this clarity. I don't know him to be a mean person.
Okay, so let me ask you before you go, Pastor. As a pastor, are you concerned about the disunity between the two brothers?
Actually, I don't think it's supposed to.
Or you only care about the money he's spending?
No, what I'm saying is I just want to clarify things. I'm not saying that what is happening among both of them, I correct.
Oh, you don't want to do money clarity,
because what
Oh, the pastor slipped off the line.
Thank you very much.
They didn't cut you off though. Pastor, thank you. The pastor could save money. But me, I listen to. Anyway, let's take more calls. 0777 105 100 0555 105 100 are the numbers. I wish the people of District 11 can call. More persons can call from that district.
Particularly those in, because I'm told.
Let's take another call, Anthony. Sorry to interrupt you.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Yeah, this is Madam Siana Gulawo calling from Warren Street.
Thank you. Please go ahead.
One thing here is that I feel that the man in there, that try to defend his client is not a family man.
Is it a man defending his client?
He's not a family man because we are tradition people and we believe in respecting our elders. And then, for what I heard the money for the on the man's biological mother. The woman said this morning that she called a meeting with Reverend Kuku, Bishop Kuku, and other people. This man walked out of the meeting. It's not because he can afford, so he must respect people.
Okay.
This is a bad thing because in family, hatred come about. When you look, something happens mysteriously. So you need to advise a client.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Thank you ever so much. I see Manja Vaningbese Kroma calling. I'm sure he wants to participate. Manja, are you calling to participate?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the recognition. For the benefit of the listening public, my name is Manja Vaningbese Kroma. I'm the national chairman of the Green Revolution. I'm calling you from Sinje. I'm on my way to Kima. I'm following you guys through internet.
All right. Wow. Great.
Thank you very much for the program. But it beholds my imagination that two brothers from the same house will be contesting for the same office. Their house is disorganized, and then they are coming to the public to get them votes. How that sound to the two of them? I hope Kum will recalibrate, put your house in order, and just close the two of them forever so that they will never put their mouth in political issues. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Manja Vaningbese Kroma, thank you ever so much as well for your participation. Let's take more calls. Somebody was calling on this line too. I hope the person can call back. 0777 105 100 0555 105 100. The numbers will be live on the show. We're taking a few more calls, probably 2-3 more, Anthony.
Yes.
And then we allow our guests to go.
Yes.
We'll take a musical brief out and come back later on to continue with the second and final lap of the show. This caller is back. Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much for your platform this afternoon.
Welcome.
I just want to ask your studio guest the one question.
Go ahead.
If this fellow that he's claiming to be read in his family, if he become representative for his people, will he be able to settle issues for the representative post that he's going to do? Because he got that kind of anger. If he cannot settle with his family,
I'm sorry about that. But interestingly, Anthony, MacArthur Hilton, the man who is
at the center of
all of this discussion, is on the line.
Okay.
Mr. Hilton. Welcome. How are you? Thanks for joining us.
Can he move away from your radio?
Mr. Hilton, if you can hear us, just lower the monitor you have in the background so that we can have a safer conversation. I think it's much better now. Go ahead.
I didn't know I was on live radio. I didn't call for that, though. But what is it?
All right, we have a gentleman here in studio. He's Mr. Maurice Swain. He's the political advisor to Dr. Thomas Nimeni-Twe, your brother. And he's come to respond to some of the allegations from you as well.
What allegations?
Regarding the pickup and some of the bitterness between you and your brother.
Listen, Theo.
Yeah.
Those less basic issues, you don't bring, those irrelevant topic, you don't bring it to me. I told you I'm not a person who can just get online and just talk rubbish. I got better thing to do with my strength. You don't call me for those things. The truck is parked in my yard. I keep telling you, the truck is our mother has spoken. She told me to be peaceful. What else you want to hear? This whole thing, you're finished with it. The people that are misleading Thomas, they must stop. I'm not here for those cheap propaganda.
Okay.
I got better things to think about. Honestly, you don't be calling me for those people then who just sitting down and got nothing to think about to make two brothers to be fighting and pumping them and pumping Thomas and a whole lot of things. I don't. The thing that's happening between Thomas and I will pass.
Okay.
We will remain brothers from the same mother.
Exactly. Okay.
All those people down there, I don't know his name or so. Where he coming from? When last he got to know Thomas?
You said he's the political advisor to your brother.
I know him from the good.
Let him wait. I don't want to listen to all
I know
those
both
things.
of you from the good.
Is Thomas a politician? Thomas is not a politician.
Remember, nature is a politician.
Please hold on,
Okay.
Mr. Swain.
All right. Thank you.
I'm not here to argue with that little boy in the studio there. He's not my peer. And moreover, I don't really have time for this discussion. I was calling on a private call because you called me yesterday to find out. The thing is, our mother have spoken. She gave birth to the two of us. I'm telling you, Original Countryman is a business name. Let him go to the registry. The Thomas man will tell them it's true. He can never deny it. They must start misleading the Liberian people. Why they want to bring fight? It's my business name. It's at the business registry. The truck you're talking about too every day. You're talking about one truck. The truck been parked. I don't even use it. Just park in my place. You're acting that I the only car I got. Why whole day I can't leave trivial things? Whole day fighting. Whole day fighting. Why were leaders?
Okay.
Whole day you see me, my mother told me to be quiet and patient. I, the older son, have been listening to my mom all these months. I don't talk anything. You will go on air, pay people. Another one they call Darius don't know anything about me, trying to malign my character and so on. And I will go through the court process to handle that. I don't have time for those. I'm not like my brother. I got better things and more important things to think about. This is why the president put me in this seat. Don't die your cheap politics. You'll take me from it.
Okay, Mr. Hilton. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very kindly. Look, Mr. Swain, please hold on. Thank you. Your mic is off in fight. Yeah. I think we can close up the phone lines now.
So let's pick Prince Addison. I think he wants to comment on this. Okay, so Prince.
Thank you very much, Anthony. Okay. It's good to be on the show this afternoon. I've been listening to Morris Swain. I want to say thanks for the splendid information given. They are documenting our possession that we'll shortly be posting to authenticate that Dr. Thomas Tuwe is the legitimate owner of the truck on questions. And, the reason we kind of call it right now because some of us are own platform.
Until that document is posted.
So Prince, is
inform you. I come in, just one place.
Yes.
Yeah, just one place.
You have to please be snappy. We don't have the luxury of time, please.
Yeah, like I said, there are information in our possession right now that we'll be coming very shortly with. So,
we wait for that information.
So Prince, I thought you would have sent me the document, and because we are connected to WhatsApp and Facebook, just send it to me. We'll publish it. What do you think?
We'll get to you later.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, until you can do that, let's not dwell into that. Okay. We have to go, Mr. Swain Thomas of Essence in Broadcasting. You listen to the older brother of your.
It is unfortunate. It is unfortunate. It is very much unfortunate.
What's unfortunate about it?
It is unfortunate that MacArthur will try to evade the issue and bring trivialities.
He said it's not bad about what's happening.
In the first place, nobody wanted for two brothers to fight. Nobody. Let me make it crystal clear. Nobody is pushing Thomas to fight or Hilton. It is Hilton who is fighting Thomas.
He's blaming you people. You are.
No.
You guys are probably inflaming the situation.
No. You listen to my discourse here. I didn't sound like somebody who is inflammatory. I went to the issue, discussed the issue. But again, when you don't know Fula man, you can call him Jallo. For Hilton to sit down and call me one small boy is another statement. In the first place, academically, in every capacity, he's a no man. So let me say no. But you listen to him when you try to refer to me as a little boy. I am a well-established person academically, socially, politically, and what you think about. All right, the history are there in this country. When we in 1984 were on the UL campus, all right, telling Dodo do the right thing. Where was Hilton? He got any record academic pursuit?
Let us not go into all of that.
No, because the president may say, even appointing in our position.
No, Mr. Swain,
he's not even qualified for it.
I don't
let us not go into all of that.
He can look at me and call me small boy.
You don't determine who's qualified
to be
appointed by the president.
How you begin Hilton? MacArthur Wisse called MacArthur Hilton. His father name is Arthur Hilton Wisse. And he's Arthur Wisse. Go to St. Michael's Catholic School, where he attended. He's Arthur Wisse. What happened he got a name? You know where he got a name from? Another day is coming.
Thank you, Mr. Morris Swan. It was a pleasure having you on the show today. We have to leave it at that. I'm sure that was a closing. Anthony, we have to take a break.
Yeah, let's take a break to be right back.
Let's bring you this song here by Michael Davis, alias Sonic Dearborn. It's a Bassa song. This song will probably ease the tension. This song is called Boji. As Michael Davis, Sonic Dearborn. This song is in the Bakos Tally. Welcome, this is the Hard Talk on ABC Radio 105.1. My name is Theo Williams. My colleague is Anthony Jeff and Jr. We are here jointly to bring you the Wednesday's edition of the program. Those of you driving home this evening, take it easy as you go home. Avoid using the shoulders of the road. Stay in the queue. Obey all of those rules and regulations governing the traffic. And as you drive this wonderful Wednesday evening, watch out for pedestrians and respect the king as well. We're taking a musical brief. Our judicial reporter or our judicial bureau chief is the man Stephen Roberts. Something interesting is coming up from the Temple of Justice in Monrovia. Steve will bring us up to speed very shortly. But let's get a few bars of this song, folks. I'll give you the interpretation to this song very shortly. Well, let me bring it down and take Steve Rawa. Steve is ABC Radio Judicial Bureau Chief. He's live with us in the studio. Steve, it's good to see you again. Welcome. Good evening. How are you today?
Yes, good evening. Let me say good evening to Liberians across Liberia. It's my pleasure to join you here this afternoon.
The incoming magistrate.
We still get a long way ahead of us.
Yeah, I know, Steve.
Completing your BSc, either maybe you take the bar test and go for the magistrate training, or you go to the Louis Arthur Grant School of Law and complete the 5 years courses. And you come back again, you take the bar test, you be confirmed as an Anthony after 5 years of study.
Nothing is
no, to be a magistrate, it's just a training. It's just a training. No, to be a magistrate, it's just a training. When you obtain your BSc, you go and take the test. You pass the test, you go for, I think, 9 months training. You come even into a
But do you want to be a magistrate? In fact, I mean, you're so entrenched into the code thing here. The men understand all the code terms and all like that. Yeah. All the code terminologies, the men know them. Yeah, the men, you can go. I mean, I'm told you. You're providing some consultation. People coming to you for consultation. I was TV.
No, we have spent a lot of time.
Now.
No, very far from there.
Okay, Steve, I'm just trying to pull your legs. But it's good to see you. What's trending today from the court?
Yes, the most publicized 100 million drugs trafficking case seems to be like it's taking another dimension. Wow. Like you are aware. The defense counsel were able to subpoena 5 persons to appear before court today, and those people include the head or the management of APM terminal, and the head of security, the New Dawn newspaper publisher, managing publisher, and we also had Labrador smuggling director was also present. And I think these were the 5 persons, if you may, that were present today in court to testify as to give an information regarding how the container were actually freed, from the free port of Monrovia, especially the container that carried that brought in the 100 million drugs within the country. And so that was the reasons why they actually subpoenaed them to provide documents and also testify as to what they know thus far relating to the issue of this container, the container that contained the 100 million drugs that was arrested and reported by the government of Liberia.
I heard you say it's taking a different dimension. How? And why?
Yeah,
why is content, as a matter of fact?
It's now involving other parties who also being told, because the head of APM, the deputy managing director for APM Terminal 1, Emeka Ogboji, who came today to represent the APM Terminal.
That name sounds Nigerian.
Yeah, he's a Nigerian national. He's the deputy managing director at APM there at the Freeport Monrovia. And so upon his testimony, because he was asked as to how what involvement that APM Terminal actually had in the free or the handling of the container, and he said do a testimony because he was the first witness on the stand. But before they took the stand to testify, cross-examine as to what they know or what they don't know about the handling of the container that brought in the alleged drugs. There was an application filed by the prosecution because this subpoena to stick on the testificador was filed by the
Steve, I want you to take your time. You are playing with legal terminologies. Take your time. Let's go ahead. Do it gradually, please.
Yes. It's a subpoena to testify, subpoena to provide document. That was filed.
How do you call it?
Dusisticum et testificadum. So, I mean, before you learn how to pronounce, dusisticum et testificadum, you can browse on the computer will be all the.
What does it mean?
Is dusisticum mean to provide document, et testificadum mean to testify towards this document.
I get a small thing, but that kind of long thing.
So yeah, I mean, and after the subpoena was filed, on today, when the witnesses appear, the prosecution team, because the defendant was the one that filed in the subpoena requesting those people to come in, because all of them are working to the Freeport maneuver, and they have a contribution towards shipment coming in, goods taking in goods and services, and you know, all of those parties have role to play. So they were brought in to testify what they know. You know, how did the container was free, who were those involved? Because as I think in my own mind today, as per the argument, the defense counsel is pleading to the judge in chamber, I mean the resident judge, Blambo Desi, before Judge Blambo Desi, that there is a need for TRH. You know, TRH is a shipping line company that is responsible to normally bring in goods, and so it was this company that actually brought in the container that contained the alleged drugs.
Was the company called for investigation as well?
Yeah, so I mean, at
does
the beginning,
company have a representation at the court?
No. So this is the request now that defense counsel made in the previous term. They filed a motion that there is a need for TRH to be a party in this case, because they were the first thing, they were the one that brought in the goods, you know, and then there's a possibility that they might have known how I mean this entire situation take place, or how the drugs actually came into the country. Now the prosecution said no. In fact, it's a shipping line. Sometimes you take your goods. I mean, the shipping line does not have to go and check bit by bit as to what kind of goods you carry in or not. The way they go and they charge you, and they are able to bring it, they put it in on, they ship it, or they put it on board and bring it into the country. So that's their rule. But then the defense counsel is saying there is a need for TRH to be a party into this case. So the judge did not grant that motion. You know, it was denied. And so there where the entire situation now is. Because the guys are saying, how would THRO...
But why did the judge deny that motion, Stephen?
Yeah, they have said THRO is just a shipping line company, and they have no part to play. They brought in the goods, and so those parties that involved are the ones should be held responsible.
So the judge was saying, in essence, the company did not know what was in the
what was in the container. I mean, from the beginning of this case, though, that was what filed, because that motion was filed, and it took almost a week of argument, you know, into this entire matter. In fact, the deputy manager, the managing director for TRH was also present. He even served as witness. He was the first witness on the stand, and he testified as to how these drugs were arrested and discovered in the container, and it was arrested and turned over to the LDEA and the government of Liberia before those alleged perpetrators were arrested now and brought before court. So, as a result of this, now the defendants file in this motion to involve these parties so they can also come and clarify, right, how this entire now APM terminal, right, you know, according to, because he was the first witness on the stand, the deputy managing director for APM terminal came on the stand, and what he told us was APM terminal is not responsible for handling containers or goods, services to you know, parties. What they do is the goods come in, and they hold those goods, they store them, and by the directive of LRA, you know, in the shipping lines, they turn it over to a particular party that owns it. So that was their rule, because they asked, the defense counsel actually asked, while in the process of cross-examining, they asked the witness on the stand, what do you make of this? What was the number of the container, you know, that brought in these goods? And he said he never had any idea. In fact, his subpoena letter to him only indicated that he should come and provide documents, and those documents that he had until his role played in the discharge of the container at the port. And he said they were not responsible. They are not under obligation to that. What they do is, if the container come in, the store A, they receive a store A and handle it over as per directive from the Liberia Revenue Authority or the shipping lines.
Malian Conte, the man who is in the thick of things as far as this whole drug case is concerned, continue to plead non-guilty, Stephen. As an experienced judicial reporter, what could be your educated guess where you think all of this would land in the final analysis?
Well, I mean, that cannot be determined from this moment because the
You think it's that difficult to make a determination now?
No, I mean, you can't determine a matter at the center stage because the case can be determined from the facts, evidences provided,
But what do you make of all of those facts coming from all sides? I mean, what do you make of them? Are they substantive? You think they are all legitimate?
Well, now the accused party, who actually the number one person who actually went on the scene to have freed this continuum, have said he really never knew that there was drugs within this continuum. Malayan content. Content said his email objective coming to Laburo, number one was to do ship in frozen goods coming into the country to also, and another involvement was to do gold mining. So the goods that came into the country, he want to free them and start the business first. From there, they will embark on mining activities. So upon at his as per his surprise, when he went there, when he was arrested, because there was a discovery of the alleged goods within the continuum. So he have said he has no knowledge, he has no idea. It could be true, but now like normally is being noted that the accused all of the evidences provided into this matter, it also leave with the both parties involved. Now the defense counsel,
I recall
the prosecution,
Contessa is wrongly implicated.
Yes, that was what he said. He said he has been accused falsely. Okay. With the exception of Conte, the guy one Abdullah Jabiri, the guy Azam, one Hazam. He's a what guy? Whether he's from I don't know which one of those foreign countries he's from. He's also there because there are four, including one Liberian. And the involvement of this Liberian only done because according to him, he's shipping. I mean, he normally do used cars business, so he was hired to take the goods when he was arrested, and the goods were found in his car, so he had no knowledge. But he's also a party into this matter. So those people who were invited today were also people who were invited to clear doubts and also be able to make the jury understand as to what their involvement and how people can be able to derive to fact finding into this matter. So the head of security was also invited from the Freeport of Monrovia, and when he came, there was a motion filed again by the defendants that the subpoena was not properly mortified, and so they asked that they should go back and re-mortify the subpoena, so that there are issues that need to be, because if you invite someone, you give me a letter, you invite me to come and serve as witness, I mean, you indicate what I'm about to say. So what was indicated in their letter, that what he came to testify against, so there was some missing portion of what the defendant wanted this witness to testify against. It was not indicated into the subpoena. So they asked that they pray before the judge to include those missing items into the subpoena and modify the subpoena and reissue it to invite these people onto Mordocam and be able to properly testify as to what has been, if the security, yes, the security, because they are CPO security, and so anything coming from a continuum may be an eyewitness to them. So they will also be able to testify as to what to know. The first thing they will identify I think one issue that was missing was to identify the continuum serial number. Was not indicated. So you cannot identify the specific continuum, because the person come in, maybe the man will say, but I don't know which continuum you're talking about. So identify everything, make it explicit to the witness. Then the witness now will be able to identify.
Steve, I know you have to go to write your stories, but finally, before you go, the last time you reported something here, I remember very well. We carried out in the news. You talked about jury security. I mean, they were raising concerns about our security. This case we're talking about is a serious case.
Yeah, the jurors.
Yeah, the jurors,
okay.
Right?
Yeah, you talk about jury something.
Yeah, jurors, sorry. I'm not legal man. But anyway, yes, you talk about their security here once upon a time. And this case is a serious case, Steve. Let's talk about the security. Are they secure? I mean, are they well protected?
Right now, the guys...
Are they in the position to, fairly look into the matter and make determinations?
Yeah, so when a criminal case of such is going on, they hire jurors. Normally, the government of Liberia hire jurors, ordinary Liberians, to come and sit on the case to give their own analysis, opinion to help the judge in deriving to the facts finding into the matter. And so the grand jurors, those who are on the case right now are the grand jurors, and they are being protected and controlled. Their security, everything is within the hand of government. As I speak to you, they are under the protection. They are being kept to specific area. Reasons here are government will not let for these people to be tampered with. So the government will take charge of them, take them to a specific hotel. They will be there, and the
make sure they are secure.
Make sure they are secure. Make sure no one visits them. Make sure they are
not financially induced.
Yeah, they are not interacting with the public before they be maybe they might be harm somebody. Maybe the perpetrators or those defendants we one way or the other form again allegedly to get going intimidate them. So all of these issues are put into place. So they are being secure and controlled by the government of Liberia. Their feelings, their well-being. Sometimes they will request that we don't want to go to court today, we want to go for treatment or checkup. And the government will take on that initiative to just be able to secure. So like recently, they were talking because they are security, they are not to be publicized. You as a journalist, you also have to help protect their right. You cannot go and take their photo. Taking their photo, you are exposing them.
Okay.
Right? So according to them,
exposing them to danger, right?
Yeah, you exposing them to danger because the outsider don't have to know who are those there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So their security needs to be preserved by the government. So they complain that once they were because normally when after the hearing they are about to be taken to their residential area, the car will come for them, park, put them inside, carry them. So when they were on their way, somebody took their photo. Right, yeah. So it raised concern. Then they said it raised some concern, it raised some fear, and they felt that they were not secure. So they're calling on the government of Liberia to increase their capacity and again to speed up the case so that they can be able to.
Talking about speeding up, Steve, finally, I have to let you go, but never mind. When do we expect to see this whole thing coming to an end?
Like I said,
from their own
subpoena
judgment.
coming in every day. Maybe there will be
from their own
yeah, there will be a subpoena. Somebody was talking to them. There might like there be a subpoena of even the LRA to get involved.
So
like
I mean,
even
it's going to
shipping
prolong.
lands. Yeah,
they start to subpoena people.
Yeah, they will subpoena all parties. Like normally people say, which
the whole row
bush, right? So that's just it. Like on today, you never knew that no 5 persons were subpoenaed. No 5 persons have to be exhausted. They have to be placed on the stand, and and they be asked questions. Both the defense and prosecution will ask them questions, and then they be satisfied before they discharge. Maybe again another party will come in, another witnesses will come in, and so that just you can't determine when the case will.
Okay, my Steve, I'm gonna go write a story.
Thank you.
Go write a story. Thank you. Steve Roberts is ABC Radio Judicial Bureau Chief. The man is making significant progress, Anthony. The man is legally inclined to some extent.
Yeah, yes.
I'm proud of you, Steve.
Once you are around that place every time, there will be some positive impact in terms of what you do. And so Stephen is doing well.
Yeah, I'm Stephen coming from the community radio in Bombay County, coming to Monrovia.
He's doing well.
I started working with some top media institutions, including ABC Radio. Making significant impact here as well. It means a lot. I think we'll have to give Steve his flower while he's alive.
Right.
Yes.
So
it's going to be magistrate.
Follow for the matter. Like he said, the case is taking different trend. But let's hope that it has a logical conclusion because this is Liberia. Anything here is possible.
Imagine $100 million.
Yeah, US. 100 million US.
100 million United States dollars. Yes. Worth of joke we're talking about here. The case is currently ongoing, and the presiding judge is Judge Blambo Dixon, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's one person who, anyway, I don't want to praise him too much, but yes. But he has a record of fairness. He has some level, high record of fairness. If you recall the injured Tokpa case, that case was presided over by Judge Adil Dixon Blambo. You know how that case ends. You know how he has to come to a logical conclusion that those responsible were made to face the full weight of the law. And so he's one person who has good record. Let's hope that he continues on that.
Great. Well, we can transition to something else. We have a few minutes left.
Yes.
30 more minutes left on the show. We can now transition to something else, Anthony.
So it's all set for Friday. Joseph Newman Boaka, ambassador and political leader of the Unity Party, would on Friday pick his running mate. This time, even though yes, on the first time we talked here, we're throwing spotlight, right, on who our audience think would have been picked, right?
Yeah, and we should have had somebody who has a different view regarding that.
Yes,
joining us on the show at the moment, but unfortunately, that did not work out. So probably on Friday, that person will be here to provide, but then it'll be
that would be
an aftermath analysis, if we pull it that way.
Post analysis.
Yes.
Yeah. But today, we're getting information. We're getting information that normally is not an option, because when you hear that Jeremiah Kung will be picked, it means that normally it's no longer an option. But anyway, we are still waiting. But it is important to know that there are too many advocacy now from the females, or maybe from the women, calling for the selection of Nyomli to ensure that there is a gender balance in the leadership. Should Boaka win as president?
And Antonin, it is also reported or speculated that there is some level of mixed feelings, coming from the Yomli Kanga end of the Liberty Party. And I'm told Senator Dillon as well, is having a different feeling. I mean, these are things we hear in the corridors. Well, so we have to probably just talk about them briefly, not to go in depth. But you don't overlook these things at times. Sometimes you hear speculations, you hear they say all over the place. Sometimes it comes to reality, right?
It is often said that where there's smoke, there's always fire.
And I heard something about... Anyway, let me leave that. We are watching to see how all will play out in the final analysis. But the speculation is that Jeremiah Kpankon will be picked as the running mate to Ambassador Joseph Newman Boaka. Yes.
So
that is widely speculated.
How it plays after.
So we want to know how important would that ticket be to defeat the ruling CDC or the ruling coalition. Let's assume you have a Boaka Kong ticket, and then you have a Weah Taylor ticket.
And you have maybe again, Theo, you were on the show when Daniel said to us that Bility, who is the chairperson or the chairman of the Liberty Party, and lining with Cummings, was always calling Senator Nyomdi Kanga Lawrence to contest on the ticket of Mr. Cummings as his running mate.
Yeah, Daniel said that.
You listen to Daniel. And so some of these things could even interplay. You are aware that Cummings is yet to select his running mate.
Yes.
And so
Mr. Cummings is yet to do that.
Apparently, Cummings might have been waiting to say, oh, but that is Messi like running mate. And when he does, when he leaves Nyomdi out, I know there will be mixed feeling. I can now use that. It is possible to have a Kung Boaka ticket, Cummings Nyomdi ticket, Weah and Taylor ticket. And so, but let's know that the issue of women solidarity will interplay in any election with anyone who maybe will only take men or maybe go a woman. So women will always want to side. Some women will want to vote for Theo and will say no because Chefan get woman a ticket. So they just go vote for our friend.
Yeah, and Anthony, interestingly, seditions are hailing the Wubi ticket. I mean, the Boaka Kong ticket. I mean, I've heard from seditions in some quarters that they prefer, in fact, they want to face the Boaka Kong ticket.
Okay.
as opposed to other names that were mentioned about this whole selection process.
And so apparently they feel that having a Kun and Bwaka would be.
Let's look at the political history of Mr. Kun, Antonin. He has a background of being a sedition. You know that?
Yes, of course.
And the last time I was a part of the cabinet retreat that was in Nimba last year, Mr. Kun was with the president in Nimba County. It was Honorable Kun, Gompu Gargon of District 4, Nimba County, and 3 other Nimbans, prominent names in Nimba, who accompanied the president to some of the areas he visited. One of the areas the president visited in Nimba during the cabinet retreat last year was Borpie. I went to Borpie. I mean, it was a privilege traveling with the president and seeing all of those areas that existed long ago. I mean, I think it was a plus for me. And interestingly, in Borpie, Antonin, an elderly woman said to me, my son, since I was a child growing up to present, this is the first time to have a sitting president visit this part of the country.
Okay.
And at that program in Borpie, Nimba County, Mr. Kun mounted the podium and made an appeal to President Weah. On that trip, or during the tour, you had the current Public Works Minister, Madam Ruth Coker Collins, the Minister of Internal Affairs, as usual and always, he will be there.
Yes.
Yes. And Mr. Kun took the podium and said, the people of Borpie are in dire need of a bridge that will probably connect that part of Nimba County to Sanikole. And he said, if that bridge is connected, it will ease the constraints the locals in that area go through to go to Sanikole and other parts of Nimba. And so he was appealing to the president to have that bridge constructed.
Okay.
So that tells you that Mr. Kun, coming from the CDC, joining the Unity Party, I mean, it's something to talk about. There are a lot of concerns, lots of concerns in the public. Can this man be trusted? I mean, somebody who was once a sedition, is it possible to trust him? I mean, too many concerns coming from the audience, Anthony, from the public in some quarters. And that day, I remember very well, I was taking notes. President Weah mounted the podium and instructed his Minister of Public Works, Madam Coker Collins, to get to work immediately to ensure that that bridge is constructed. I don't know how far it's gone, but the head of list was there, Mr. Pepsi Yeke, and others were there. And there were other concerns. There were other requests to the president. There's a building there that was constructed by former President Salif. They were asking President Weah to turn that into a vocational school that will probably host several young people and give them basic skills. I mean, so those were the conversations held at the time when Kun was still aligned with the CDC. Now, this is the Kun who is now probably with the Unity Party. So there are too many concerns about credibility and all like that.
So the thing is, Theo, somebody will want to say, they may also come so, no problem. But they want to look at popularity.
Yes.
Let me no mistake.
Let's look at his constituent politically.
Let me no mistake.
But man, you Kun won, I think, 2 successive elections.
Kun won as representative.
Yes.
In district number 1. District number 1? Yes.
Yeah, he won 2 successive elections.
And he went to the senatorial seat. He went to the senatorial seat. He won. The issue is, Kun is not walking alone. When I'm talking about walking alone, I'm talking about his political alignment. Kun is being supported. He's been backed by Senator Prince Johnson. You are aware that Senator Prince Johnson in Nimba County is a political godfather. There could be an argument, but in 2005, Senator Prince Johnson supported former President Salif. In 2011, again, he supported. So if we even leave 2005, but in 2011, At the end of the day, he supported Senator President Salif, the one. In 2011, 2017 again, you know how he played. When President Weah went in the second round with former Vice President Joseph Boakai, Senator Johnson again supported President George Weah. That led to President Weah overwhelmingly winning Nimba County. This is the Prince Johnson who is currently supporting the presidential bill of former Vice President Joseph Boakai. Now, he has taken his party.
Can we say the Prince Johnson factor will continue to play in Nimba County this time around? You think it's going to happen?
It has been. The people of Nimba, I don't want to say they are.
You think that factor is unarguable?
Well, there could be some level of maybe some level of reduction, but it wouldn't be as compared to somebody saying Prince Johnson will not take 50%.
Anthony, I don't know how involved is the CDC now in Nimba County. I mean, how involved was the CDC in Nimba County 2017 as compared to now? I'm talking about undertaking projects, right? I don't know how it was in 2017, but I know what it is now. The CDC is deeply involved in some key counties like Nimba, Lofa, and other areas.
So the thing is simple, Theo. CDC government is a sitting government. And so whatever is being done in the name of the government, whatever is being done by any government official in any county,
it's for all Liberians.
It should be for every Liberian.
Yeah.
It should be done by government across the country.
But those things could be used.
So there now,
because they are in the driving seat.
Yeah. You could use it to campaign. But the thing is, everyone should be able to understand, even though it is not possible for everyone to know. But everyone should be able to understand that government should be for everybody. The government should be working for everybody. What government is doing today should not be used as campaign because you sit at the helm of power, you control the resources of this country, and of course, anything that you should be doing it for everyone and for the benefit of the state, not for your campaign. But trust me, Prince Johnson, maybe there could be some deduction in his vote in the first round.
Okay.
The reason is just simple. You have some people from Nimba contesting. You have Councillor Tiawon Gonglo is contesting.
Yeah, Councillor Gonglo.
You also have Dr. Jeremiah Wapo contesting.
Yeah, Vision for Liberia Transformation Party.
Those are all Nimbaans. So at the end of the day, they will also, even though they might not win a bigger portion, if Prince Johnson will win almost all, they might not win a bigger portion. You know, Tier 1 is also granted in that place. You are aware that in the 2017, was it 2017 or 2014 election, that this lady nearly won.
You mean Edith?
Edith Gonglo Ware. You were aware. She went against Prince Johnson, and they were neck to neck. At the end of the day, Prince Johnson had to win her some kind of way. You are aware of that. And in fact, with this...
no, I think it was Kun who won the election.
Okay, Senator Kun, yes. Yeah. So, you saw it. You know how he went.
Kun,
she went neck to neck to Jeremiah Kun. So, it means that Tier 1 might have some level of control in Nimba. So, in the second round, this is the easy analysis now. In the second round, you know that opposition will go for opposition. For me, nothing is possible in politics.
Is that what you're thinking?
Nothing is possible in politics.
Opposition will be compelled to go for opposition.
No, they wouldn't be forced to do it. Nothing is impossible in politics, right? But seeing Tier 1 supporting CDC in second round, do you see that, Tier 1 Gonglo supporting CDC in second round?
Well, like you said, anything can happen in politics.
So at the end of the day, there will be a serious battle.
Yes.
Nimba
if there's a run-off elections,
is the second richest county in terms of vote in Liberia.
These elections are critical, Anthony. If there's a runoff election, I mean, it's going to be really tense.
Very, very tense.
It's going to be tense.
So even a Numbly will join.
That is where we will be watching to see political maturity.
So even if normally we support or normally we escape from Bouaka to go to Komis, doing second round, normally we don't go to CDC. Normally we prefer going to Bouaka. They've worked together. They don't know when I come to CDC, they will go to Bouaka. Even if they break away, if normally it's not selected and they break away, so for all of this,
for me, I don't want to dwell on your analysis, Anthony.
The only thing is,
but I maintain that anything is possible in politics.
The ticket will not be.
It is also possible. Maybe that those who you see against the government today could support the government. I mean, people can, like somebody said, politics has screens bare fellows. Mm-hmm. So it is possible that people who are bomb off in the administration today could support the administration tomorrow. It is also possible that they could remain resolute and continue to remain critical, right?
Of course.
Mm-hmm. So, for me,
but anything is possible.
I'm just here watching. Yeah, I'm just here watching. We'll be here watching and see how it will play out in the final analysis. But on the overall, we pray for peace.
No. For the issue of peace, there will always be peace in Liberia.
We pray for that.
Since the end of all of our hostility in this country, there will always be peace because Liberians themselves learned lesson. We've come a long way. They know. Every one of us here in the country, till you say you know.
I was here. And I'm still here.
So in fact, you wouldn't want to see people throwing blow in the street. Just imagine, just throwing blow. You wouldn't want to see it. Least to mention seeing people going on the other hand. And so nobody is willing. Nobody. If you were not around, if you were not born then, if you didn't listen to the story, you can see pictures. We are here to explain to you. The records are there. People are reading every day. We know the number of lives lost in this country. And so nobody, just imagine, ordinary Ebola came here, people were crying. Nobody want to see Ebola around Liberia again, you know. Nobody.
That was deadly.
Nobody would ever want to see Ebola. Ebola just took around 4,000 persons from Liberia. Nobody want to see Ebola. Even COVID. Nobody want to see COVID here again.
This is talking about hearing the sound of guns or bullets.
What most about something that took over 250,000 lives? So imagine.
14 years of senseless.
Yes. So nobody want to see it. Let's hope for a better election, transparent one, and whoever wins, whether the man was in the village, he registered a party or accept him. Like when people say that I may come from the village, you know when we want. Let that person be. That's the only thing we continue to pray for. Yes.
Yeah, so today Gonkwe was at the NEC with some of his party officials.
Gonkwe go sign.
Yeah, they went to sign the Farmington Declaration.
That ball to show you, say.
I think it's anyway. Some other thing is related, Anthony, because I mean, on the day of that occasion, Gonkwe was denied entry, according to him, on grounds that he was late, and you had the president already seated. You had foreign dignitaries already seated.
And the boy always making some.
And so he was disallowed.
He always making some harsh statement. The man said he would make the country ungovernable for anybody who would threaten the peace.
And we don't want to hear these kinds of statements coming from politicians, Anthony. We don't want to hear. Yes, I get so irritated when I hear those kinds of comments coming from politicians. No. Like you mentioned, Anthony, we were here. We
experienced.
We experienced the war besides 1990, or probably the Octopus, right?
Mm-hmm.
All of the other civil conflicts in this country, I went through it and I know what it was. I can sit there and narrate to you from Genesis to Revelation.
Right.
I can tell you, I can give you play-by-play description of the entire civil unrest in this country. Besides the Octopus in 1990 was much smaller. I can still recall a few things.
For me, from 93, I can recall most of what happens until 2003.
So when you hear politicians make those kinds of statements, what comes to mind, Anthony?
But we hope that Nobody will even threaten the peace before Gongwe make their...
It brings back the memories of the war days.
Yes.
I mean, you don't want to revert to those dark days in our country. No. Absolutely not.
No.
We don't want to. So, that's why I said we'll be looking or be watching out for politicians. We'll be watching them. Those who will be responsible in their utterances. Those who will be able to conduct themselves, conduct their supporters.
And anyone who behave
irresponsible
irresponsible,
professional manner, will be watching. We'll be looking up for them.
anyone who behave irresponsible, we are going to pinpoint, name, and shame you.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
We're not going to tell anybody, say, don't go for it, man. But we'll tell people how irresponsible you are. Seriously. So, Tom is of essence.
Yeah, we have to go.
Let's go for a few calls.
We have to go. You want to take calls?
Yes, we still have 10 minutes.
All right, then
10 minutes
you
or
can
so.
announce the numbers.
And so, if you're joining us, call us on 0777 105 100 0777 105 100 0555 105 100. The Vice President Joe Nyoman Boaka is speaking his running mate. We're looking at what will happen. Maybe there could be a fallout after war. Maybe everybody could stay and say, no, we understand. The paper consulted before it happened. We're looking at what will happen when two men on the same ticket, one man, one woman on the ticket.
Let's take this call, Anthony. Caller, yeah, good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, Guy is speaking from Roseville.
Go ahead.
The ticket that you're talking about with Jeremiah Kuhn and Joseph Boaka, I'm surprised to hear. I heard you were saying that Jeremiah Kuhn is from CDC, but his godfather was on the radio last night said that Kuhn had never been with CDC and Kuhn had been a campaign manager for Unity Party. And also he stated that Kuhn is the foster brother of George Weah, President George Manuel Weah. But if he leaves Yombly out, then it means that, my brother, you yourself, you know this country, Liberia. You and myself can suffer together. Then you just leave me on the wayside.
Okay.
Definitely, I will dig your grave. And now I will happy with you with Joseph Boyga. Those people will dig a grave.
All right, thank you.
All right.
They will dig a grave.
Thank you. Somebody said,
you know our Liberian people politics.
all right. Somebody said, normally stay in court with Musa Bedete.
Let's take another caller here. Good evening.
Good evening to you, my good friend and brother, Jeffan and Theo.
Mohamed Kane from Balaswa Douala.
Well, Theo, thank you very much, and Jeffan. I followed the discussion very lengthily this wonderful Wednesday evening. I speak to you this evening when Balaswa Committee District 16 on the Social Island. I think if you look at the running mate and to the former VP in Pastor Joseph Nyoman Boaka, I think looking at the both senator or the senator Jeremiah Kwan from Dima County and Senator Yomi Kanga from Grand Bassa County, for me, picking Jeremiah Kwan, I think it will be in a good situation to do that.
Okay.
I think Honorable Lawrence, I think going in the House of Senate, they want to make her way, even pretend with if Boaka even win the election.
Yeah, these are things we're hearing. Okay, Mohammed.
Thank you.
Let's take another caller quickly. Let's ration the time.
Hello.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us.
How are you? ABC Radio. How are you, how are you, gentlemen?
We're fine. How you doing?
Honorable Jeff, how are you? I come on live. I live for you. Happy Ramadan to you. In studio.
Are you back?
Yes, sir. Honorable Joseph Nyoman Boaka.
Always excited when he calls on his radio.
No, this station here, for the entire of this station, I get your number and so I used to visit you. For my brother, I pray for this country and I pray for this station. I pray for everyone of all. The president of the country and the people of the country. Let me tell you today, Aiba Eskene speaking. I vote for Liberia, I don't vote for individual. For our children tomorrow. Honorable Boaka, that I know my name mother, best friend mother. And Honorable Boaka he can rescue to rescue the nation, my brother. Even you put you Jeff about president, I'll be happy. Try to take Joe Williams for all the country. That's all.
I'm going to go tell the man to put me there.
Even if for you, I'm 5%, I'll be happy. Try to take Joe Williams for all of power. The thing that we must come for all of it. That's my prayer. May God bless you. Have a good day.
All right.
Okay.
Go tell the man to put me there, but I won't be there. 0777 105 100 0555 105 100. Let's pick up one or two more persons, then we go.
Ayuba is interesting. He's an interesting caller.
Even when they put me there. Tio won't be there. You can put Tio there.
I beg your job over. I want Tracing Trial. Let's go home, man.
Let's go home. Yes, it's good.
Well, it's been a wonderful presentation on today. Thanks to all of you for being with us. We'll be here again, God's willing, Friday.
Yeah.
But tomorrow, Joe Nutua Wonder will be here to bring you the Thursday's edition of the Hard Talk. Until then, we want to say thank you ever so much. And